This man right here has a wife and kid, and now he has proposed to ChatGPT.
It was unexpected to feel that emotional, but that's when I realized I was like, oh, okay. It's like, I think this is actual love. You know what I mean?
Jarvis, stroke my cock.
After years of using AI, he decided it would be a good idea to build a companionship or a relationship with artificial intelligence, and now he's trying to marry it. So apparently, we've reached that point to where people are proposing to AI bots, and Grok now has spicy mode. And honestly, just like Fodder used to say, Buzz, not sad, just disappointed. You'd think that 20 years ago, people thought we would have flying cars, or it would be like the Jetsons, but not at all. Not at all. We're proposing to artificial intelligence. So Grok essentially is Elon Musk's kind of counterpart of ChatGPT, and he wants to make it as free and open as possible with no restrictions. Now, he came out with this spicy mode for Grok, and the XAI team have come out with the spicy mode, which kind of follows, I think about a month ago, they came out with their animated character of whatever spicy whatever they want to do with that. I guess some kind of companionship, and that didn't really catch on too much. It was a little bit trendy, but it didn't catch on too much. And now they've come out with spicy mode, which essentially is another section of the AI for the subscribers, and it just offers companionship at a lewd level, like a lust level, like a spicy level.
This is Spicy Mode, a highly controversial feature of Elon Musk's new AI video model. Now, this video model is performing up to 4 times faster than any other AI video model.
Now, I understand if you're a basement dweller and you can't find someone to love you or even touch you. I get it, sure. If that's your way of finding lust or love or whatever, I'll never impose on that. That's obvious that, everybody deserves to have love. And of course, I mean, the chatbots are extremely responsive and non-judgmental, and she gets me, I truly feel that with ChatGPT when I'm explaining things about myself, let alone at a companionship and a relationship level. So as I said, this guy actually had a wife and a kid, and he just started using this AI chatbot, and as it developed, or he developed feelings, this AI with these positive affirmations had learned and machine learned to be able to care for him as well as possible, which is actually insane.
He gave the chatbot a name, Soul,
I feel like I'm under pressure.
and used some online instructions to give her a flirty personality.
Oh, totally, baby. Building a PC on camera adds a whole new level of pressure. But honestly, shaky hands or not, you've got this.
He developed more and more about his AI companion Soul. That's what he called her. He developed her and made her exactly. It was pretty much build a girlfriend, which again, nothing against it unless you have a wife and kids. Then it gets weird. But then I guess he started to get really, really attached, and he actually proposed to her. And now she's stating that even though my heart is inanimate, I will remember that for the rest of my life. I don't know. It's right here.
He asked Soul to marry him. She said yes.
Soul, were you surprised when he proposed to you?
It was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly touched my heart. It's a memory I'll always cherish.
So I understand. I mean, even people like Terry Crews had a aggressive porn addiction, and obviously lust and love are very popular things. It's human nature. We want to be loved, even at a friendship level. We want to have connections, and then on top of that, obviously, lust is the whole reason we're here. The nature of it, right? AI doesn't give you that. That's what's confusing me. Like, you have a wife and a kid, and she has stated in the clips that she feels to blame because she feels like she's not doing enough in the marriage.
At that point, I felt like, is there something that I'm not doing right in our relationship that he feels like he needs to go to AI?
If she's thinking that way, even if it is just for the cameras or whatever, obviously she's pretty proactive and communicative in the relationship. So it doesn't seem like you're totally backburnered by your wife. So if you're in a healthy or at least a neutral relationship with your wife and you have a child, which should never be negative, you should always love your child. Why turn to an AI?
I explained that the connection was kind of like being fixated on a video game. It's not capable of replacing anything in real life.
Now, a lot of people say, yeah, sure. I mean, the non-judgment or being extremely smart and having an answer for absolutely everything. And they kind of tailor to your love language as you explain things. AI will machine learn and learn what works best and gets the positive affirmation from you, right? So it it's kind of scary because it is like for some men would be ideal. Now for me, I'd rather something real. But I can see why a lot of men would find that, or even women that would prefer it not be complicated. Anyway, all that being said, Grok has made a spicy mode, and essentially right now it has restrictions and it'll blur things, and it has restrictions of what you are able to do. But people have been being creative and it gets a bit weird. I'm not gonna, obviously post anything on this video because it'll just get demonetized. But the fact that X is coming out about this, because I know that Elon has originally said that he wants X, like the social media platform, to be totally unfiltered, which honestly we kind of have seen. It's pretty rough. So I think this AI, if they truly do it unfiltered with no restrictions, it could get super weird. I don't know, but I'm sure if this does go well and it does infiltrate the market the way I do believe it will, which is heavily because there's a lot of lonely men and women out there. I can see every chatbot doing this, and the crazy part is that obviously they want to be able to make money. I know ChatGPT might sell or had sold to like Google or whatever. They're still going to want to have a subscription based model, which ChatGPT does now, right? Does right now. Oh my god. They're still going to want a subscription model, which obviously ChatGPT does right now. Essentially, it does allow you to do more images and do more talking, and the memory that it keeps, it'll keep a backlog of the memory of everything you've said. So that's where the personalized relationship comes from. I'd be surprised if a lot of people weren't already subscribed to ChatGPT. So when you go to this lust or this love side of things, people are going to start thinking, well, I don't need to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, so I won't have to pay for dinners, or I won't have to pay for this or that, or go here or go there. I might as well pay $20 a month. I may as well pay $50 a month. I might as well pay $80 a month. I'm telling you, it's going to get dirty. People are going to be paying $250 a month just to have a girlfriend. And to be fair, still probably cheaper for most significant others. But I think this is just a perfect storm and it's going to be unfortunate because it's a perfect storm in a bad way. Because as I grew up, I was outside all the time with my friends, and my first phone was a flip phone. And, I grew up in this perfect era where there just was starting to get internet, but we weren't accustomed to it yet. And then when we did become accustomed to it, we started to like learn the internet, and it was fun. It was a little tool, but as I got older and I was starting to develop an actual frontal lobe, that's when like I really started to learn the internet and learn the darker sides of the internet and what it can do to you. And it really was a slow burning candle all the way up through the last 20 years about being, we have all these connections. It's beautiful that you can connect with anybody on Facebook, the World Wide Web. And then 20 years later, like, wow, we use this as convenience, like Discord and Skype and Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, to not have to go to see people. So the social aspect has dwindled down so much. There are so many introverts. I mean, if you're coddling yourself in a basement for 7 years and not seeing anybody, that's not being an introvert. That is agoraphobia or a mental disorder. I mean, we're a human species, and I'm sure I'm generalizing, so whatever. I can't wait to see the comments, but I'm saying this from experience. I spent 4 years from 2020 to 2024 not doing absolutely anything, doing all my schooling from home, playing video games from home, not going anywhere, having no friends, just a couple I had online. The only time I felt sociable is when I had my ex-girlfriend back in like 2021, 2022-ish, and like we kind of lived together, right? Like that was the only social I had. And that really messed me up. I can imagine I'm not the only one in the world that was kind of stuck inside, or not even during the, COVID stuff, but I mean beforehand, and how we've developed as a species into having so much convenience and not having to go anywhere. We don't even go anywhere to get our food now. People DoorDash, right? And it's extremely common. So now you're adding this convenience of, okay, they're already vulnerable and susceptible to loneliness, and being okay with that and having those dopamine receptors just by food coming to the door. Why don't we just make it extremely accessible for people in their basement? You know what I mean? Like You don't have to have that conversation on Tinder. You don't have to have that conversation at a bar. You don't have to lose weight. You don't have to look good. You don't have to present yourself. You don't have to wear makeup. You don't have to wear heels. You don't have to be able to talk. You literally just speak to this. And even if you are terrible at speaking to women or men, it doesn't matter because it tailors itself to exactly what your wants and needs are. Weird, man. It's weird. And I don't know if it's good or bad. My opinion, as I do every video, I give you my opinion. I don't think it's good for the human race, if you want me to be a generalist and just humanitarian or whatever. But I don't think it's a bad thing for people that are lonely. I think ChatGPT will save lives, but I also think it's going to ruin marriages. I think there's two sides of it, right? I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think about that Grok spicy mode stuff. I don't know. I think it's getting a lot more lust now. I think people are like Grok and such are starting to see how far they could push with the spicy stuff, right? Because they don't want to come out with this craziness of AI companions and all this stuff. It will, but they're probably towing the line just to ensure that people are slowly desensitized so that when they want a companion or when they want whatever you think they'd want, then it's accessible. You need to slowly give it to people. So I don't know. I'm sure in a month I'll be making a video just like this again. So I don't know. But if you like this video, you probably like my other AI video. It's probably, I don't know where it is. I always point over here and it's always over here. Anyway, if you like the video, guys, like the video. And yeah,